Over the past week, President Donald Trump and the NFL have gotten into a virtual war. Words have been exchanged. Knees have been taken. Sales have plummeted. Jerseys have been burned. And through it all, Trump has remained firm in his position. Protesting during the national anthem is disrespectful. So far, the president has called attention to the protests by stating that, if he were the coach or the team owner, he would be inclined to fire any player who failed to stand for the anthem. But what not many people are talking about is the fact the federal government actually plays a remarkably large role in keeping the NFL afloat, something that could become a key factor if the NFL's ratings and sales continue to drop off as protests ramp up. A report from Watchdog.org in 2016 explains that taxpayer money is a major source of funding for NFL stadium construction. Overall, taxpayers have spent nearly $3 billion on the 16 stadiums that will host NFL games during the season's opening weekend. And over the past couple of decades, we've given NFL teams nearly $7 billion total in aid for their stadiums. But perhaps this is a good example of a public investment. Americans, after all, love their sports stadiums. And my fellow New England Patriots fans tout the jobs created in Foxborough by the Gillette Stadium and accompanying stores, restaurants, and entertainment. Proponents of the subsidies say that sports teams bring to the local economy is worth the investment. But it gets worse. The NFL is also protected from direct competition by an exemption from federal antitrust laws, the laws that prevent bad things like monopolies and price fixing, both of which are well represented in the NFL, and President Trump should be well aware of this since, as an owner in the useful in the 1980s, Trump went head-to-head with the NFL over exactly that. CNN reported, the real estate mogul was a vocal leader who pushed other team owners to move the useful to a fall schedule and compete head-to-head with the NFL. He eventually got his way, but it turned out to be disastrous. The useful ended up suing the NFL, accusing the league of holding an illegal monopoly on fall football and attempting to strangle the useful out of business. Despite winning a court battle, the useful was awarded just $3, and the league was shuttered in 1986 after just 3 seasons, according to an archived report from the Los Angeles Times. Isn't that interesting? Thanks Ige for the help with this.